The other deck is George Clueny, because that's how my stupid brain works. Is I was like, okay, it's a Thousand Moon Smithy deck with clues. So Clue, Moon, George Clueny. That's what this deck is, and it's probably slightly better than that blue-black deck we just looked at, but I still don't have all the faith in the world. I really want to go down to 3 Zoetic Glyph. I terribly, badly want to go down to 3 Zoetic Glyph in this deck, but I feel like that's just wrong. I just feel like if you do that, you're wrong. But I want to throw in like one more artifact in this thing. But either way, I played a deck like this every season for the last few seasons. It always surprises me how good it is. Just artifacts, blue-white artifacts, aggro-ish, you know. And it got some good cards, you know. It got a Novice Inspector, which gives us a clue when it comes to play, is a body. Case of the Filched Falcon gives us a clue when it comes to play, is an enchantment. So that is two. That's two. That's an artifact and an enchantment for Mtg's Reign of Truth, which we're playing 3 copies of in the deck. But the real new cards that made me want to build this were, of course, Novice Inspector and Case of the Filched Falcon. Earlier today, on turn 2, I had 5 permanents in play, which is it's a good way to start a game, you know. We ended up winning that one, too. We can Zoetic Glyph, or we can Case of the Filched Falcon with all these clues and make a 4/4 flyer or a 5/4 guy that discovers when he goes to the graveyard. But we've also got some other stuff in here, you know. We've got Thousand Moon Smithy, kind of give us a little bit of grind. You know, I feel like this deck needs a little bit of grind some of the times. So this will help us with that. And once we flip it over, it's just disgusting. It's a really good card to play through sweepers once we do flip it over. We've got Steel Seraph in here. This is the best card in the deck. There's too many bad cards in the deck. I felt like we should play some good cards. So there's 2 Steel Seraph in here. Really fantastic, especially in combination with Mtg's Reign of Truth and all these like flying creatures like the Case of the Filched Falcon creature. We can send a creature through with Skrelv unblocked for the turn, right? With Steel Seraph, lifelink, or flying, or whatever. Lifelink most of the time. We can Mtg's Reign of Truth something, give it like +5/+5, send it through with Steel Seraph and flying. Always works. But Mtg's Reign of Truth works well with the Skrelv too. You know, get something big, send it through with the Skrelv, have a nice day. But aside from that, there's a couple of Ginger Brutes in this deck. I just needed more 1-drops. Another good target for Mtg's Reign, and this is very much that. So just need another artifact. I felt like Gingy was a good way to go with that slot. I've got 1 Sir Ginger in here so that these 2 are reunited. They can get married. Maybe we can even play them on turn 1 and 2. That's an achievement unlocked right there. But Sir Ginger doesn't need to be all up in this deck, but I definitely wanted 1 copy of it. Subterranean Schooner is too good not to play. I only own 2 copies, believe it or not, but I'd really like at least a 3rd. But it's just, again, it's too good with like turn 1 Spyglass Siren or turn 1 Novice Inspector to pass up. So we're definitely playing a couple of copies of that. Surge Engine is unbelievable, man. It's a good card. It wins a lot of games. Go for the throatable, unblockable, un-everything, unbeatable card some of the time. I'm so surprised more people aren't playing this. You know, just Mtg's Reign it, send it through unblocked, go home. It's a really, really good Magic card, Surge Engine. I've never been disappointed in this thing. But aside from that, there's Get Lost for a little bit of removal, because I guess we should play some removal. Why not? And then the sneaky Agatha's Soul Cauldron in here is just a 1-up. This could really be anything, but I got plans for this. Not only does it make, you know, our flyers a little bit bigger. You know, the +1/+1 counters are good. They're not bad. They're good. But this can also give our creatures Surge or Ginger Brutes activated ability. We can get that activated ability. It can give our creatures Surge Engines activated ability. That's it can give our creatures Skrelv's activated ability. That's pretty good. So we'll give it a shot. We go first, and as much as I'd like a better 2-drop, this is still more than fine. We'll play Novice Inspector on 1 if we absolutely have to. I will Reign of Truth on 2. Been wanting to play a good 1-drop all night. Been playing a deck full of 1-drops and still haven't felt like I played a good one outside of Siren most of the night. Inspector's a really good 1-drop. But let me just say, in a lot of ways, Spyglass Siren might just be a better 1-drop. Drawing, you know, clues are great. Clues are always really good. We did get a Skrelv. That's good. Pretty good. We got a Skrelv. They start on Bant mana, so it's like Domain or something. Maybe we should try to win the game as quickly as possible. Involving that, or that would involve, rather, Mtg's Reign this turn, get in 3, and then Zoetic Glyph the clue next turn. Again, you know, I know if you've seen the deck tech for this, you've already ever heard me say this, but I just don't think 4 is the right number of Zoetic Glyphs. I think 3 is probably closer to the truth. Yeah, it's domains. Zayatora's on turn 2. Good to note. You know... Just damage, man. Just damage them. Zoetic Glyph, like you said you were going to do. They can leyline binding this Zoetic Glyph, and that's stupid. They're going to do it, too. They're actually going to leyline binding a token. Okay, that's good. That's, I guess I don't get a discover now, and you don't take 5. That sucks. You should be at 9. You should be at 9 before you played your 3rd land, but I guess we forced him to leyline binding. Here comes Topiary Stomper. They're just doing their thing. Seachrome Coast. Is there a worse card to draw right now? It's Ginger Brute. Skrelv. Get in. Opponent goes to 12. That is bad, dude. That's so bad. Ugh. Best leyline binding I've ever seen in my life. Why not best of 3? Mordobus, you know that I have answered this question. You, of all people. I love you, Mordobus. I have answered this question like 50 times. We're streaming. I can only stream for about 2.5 hours at the very most. I'm always playing with silly decks. Every single time I'm playing with very silly decks. I want to get in as many games as possible with the silly deck that I'm playing. So, ipso facto, best of 1. I'm going to Zoetic Glyph this Gingy. Seems like the right thing to do. Get in. 5, 10, 11, 12. That's game if we get it all in. Oh my god, we beat domain. We beat domain. We somehow did that. Look how good this deck is. And that's why I don't play best of 3. Right, I don't know why. But that is an explanation, at least, for why I don't play best of 3 on stream. If I'm testing decks for, like, deck techs, yeah, I do best of 3. But if I'm just, like, messing around with the boys and I want to get as many games in as possible, a little bit of this. A little bit of best of 1, baby. It's fun. It's fun. I like to bang out games. Opponent goes. All right. Our hand is god-awful, too. That's a real bad hand. I guess we can schooner on 2, keep Get Lost up for the rest of the game, but, like, no. Nope. That's a bad hand, too. Like, jeez Louise, deck. Jeez, man. That's so silly. That's so silly, dude. Well, this is our hand, and we were on the draw. So, yep. It's finally a mono red deck. Wow. Haven't played against one like all night. Ooh. Yeah, Inspector. Is it mono red? Or is it rats? It looks to be mono red. Yeah, here comes Feldon. Take 2, go to 17. Is opponent on their best start? We'll see. No attacks this turn. We're going to play a slower game, I guess. Maybe I should have kept the Skrelv and not the Gingy. I should have known that this is going to be a slower game. You know, we're an aggro deck. We need, if we start on 5 cards, we're like almost dead. Just from that fact. We need our cards. They're down to 4. We're down to 3. Play with fire. The Novice Inspector. Okay. I'll take the bait. And crew the Subterranean Schooner. You got an Abrade? Do you also have perfect cards? Haven't seen a mono red deck playing an Abrade in a very long time, so... Okay, cool. They don't attack. Now we have options. I think it's best to just use this mana, though. It's Zoetic Glyph. Treasure... the clue token, rather. And I'm gonna start getting in, dude. No fear. No fear like it's 1998. I'm wearing the shirt. I've got the bumper sticker on the back window of my pickup truck. No fear. Gotta get in. Here's the block. They jump it. They decide they don't want to rest. They don't want to wrangle with it too much. Here's a Godric. John Gotti, you got a second spell to play? They don't. We do go to 11 already. See, that's what an aggro deck is supposed to do. Schooner number tuner. You could argue I should have just held up at Ganjo here, but I am trying to play Magic tonight. When you're on the draw, start on 5 cards in your hand, you know. Sometimes you got to take your opportunities to play what Magic you can play while you can play it. We put him at 12. Let's say go and keep the Ganjo in our hand. It might be what wins us this game. You just fire breathe, right? Yeah, +1/+0. 5 lands out for the opponent. They're probably over there cursing. Well, I got so many lands. You gonna kill this? Are you gonna kill this 5/4? It's our only hope. It's our Obi-Wan Kenobi. Okay, here come the boys. Oh, we go to 5. We're not dead yet. I'm not dead yet. Come on. Come on, you ain't got nothing else. They don't. They really don't. Ooh! 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 I could really make them have it, dude. I could really make them freaking have it here. We have exactly 12 damage on board if I Zoetic Glyph, but like, the chances that one of these things is not a removal spell, dude, I'm going for it. Come on. What you got, big boy? Come on, then! Oh, they're going to try to lightning strike Gingy. Let's crew the subterranean schooner. And you lose the game? You have 1 card left. Let's go. Let's go. That's how you race, dude. That's how you race. We started on 5 cards and we're on the draw. We won against Mono Red. No, life is too short for fear. No fear. What did I tell you? What have we learned? All right. Well, opponent goes first. That's just not good. I don't care if we just won against Mono Red on the draw with 5 cards. It just isn't good. I really like Spyglass Siren so much. Let's play it. Opponent starts on blue mana. What does that mean? Second blue mana. Oh no. Haven't played against good old mono blue in some time, have we? Now that's a name I've not heard. Let's play Gingerbread here, hopefully. We'll see. See if we can. You want to like make disappear Gingerbread? You'd be my guest. They don't. Now what? Nothing? Alright, I got 18. Moment of truth. You only get 1 shot, opponent. It's a moment of truth. What's going to go in your graveyard? Give me some information. I craved... Oh, are you just playing the Helping Hand deck? Is that what you're doing? No, I think you're just straight up mono blue, man. I think you're from the old school. Consider turn 1, or consider main phase, rather. Looking for lands in all the wrong places. There's an Essence Scatter in the yard. Draw off Consider. Play land for turn. And then pass. Right? Yeah. Yeah, you got pass. Yeah, you got counter spells and stuff. You want to use those. What's the worst spell in my hand? Michiko's Reign of Truth. Agatha's Soul Cauldron's kind of bad. I guess I could make them have it in Zoetic Glyph, but like they have it, right? We haven't seen a creature yet, and we have seen a real counterspell, Essence Scatter. But if you're playing Essence Scatter, are you playing like Negate? Yeah, probably. I don't know. If we resolve Zoetic Glyph, that's pretty sexy, but they'll probably just like Fading Hope it or something. I think I want to go with Schooner this turn. I think that's probably the play. So if that's what we're going to do, then I'm going to put a counter on Gingerbread, or try to. Let's see if we draw a land instead. Map it up. Surge Engine on top. That is a game-winning card. Let's try that. Alright, so they're going to do something here. No, they don't. They do have a card they can play, so I assume that's Fading Hope. They go to 15. Maybe it's just Consider. Or something like that. Schooner still to play this turn? Yeah. I could go Surge Engine here. But I think we might. I think this might just be better. I think this is better for a couple of reasons, like lining up things reasons. They curate EOT. Is this just... I mean, they haven't seen a White Source yet, so I doubt that it's helping hand. Yeah, there's a Haughty Jin in the yard. They wanted it in the yard, too. That's interesting. They surveilled it to the yard. So I assume Haughty Jin's, like, in their hand. Like, at this point, maybe we should have just been going for pure speed, because, like, they get Jin down and just wins the game in 2 turns. You know? So we have to put them at a good life total. They dropped Tolarian Terror. Like, what are you doing? Don't you want those cards? Maybe not. Maybe they're just looking to control the game first couple of turns. They still have Haughty Jin mana, though. They still have that. Maybe I should have surveilled the Surge Engine. This is tech. Is this a card from a graveyard? Yeah, I thought so. I'm just making sure. Alright, we still only have 3 mana. Let's crew the Schooner. Boy, I wish we had a 4th mana. Looks so bad, dude. This turn would be very different if we had... Whew. Alright, let's see if they do something to the Schooner here. Alright, we get the attacks trigger. That's good. There's a Siren on top. We can double spell off that next turn. That'd be better than having a land. Let's go for it. What I should be trying to draw here is Get Lost, but I get the idea that as soon as we draw, like as soon as we try to target like Jin with Get Lost, right? Like, it's game. I would assume. Well, let's play the Surge Engine. They know we have it, I believe, so... Let's see what they do about it. Gotta get counters out of their hand. Gotta get counters out of their hand. You're gonna counter it, right? You should counter this. This is a spell to counter spell. Kind of spell that counters spells would be good in this situation exactly. If you were gonna counter a spell, now would be a great time to counter the spell. Yep, thought so. Cool, alright. Why was that like such a decision? Like, why would you, if it was like choosing counter spells to use, why would you choose anything besides Essence Scatter? Maybe a Make Disappear, but like we're really low on mana, so Make Disappear is kind of bad. A Fading Hope the Ginger Brute. Ooh, no, it's fine. They're at 10, so hopefully we can orchestrate a turn where we like surprise, you know, ambush Michiko's Reign. Four left in their hand. Let's try Ginger Brute. Let's try this Surge Engine. I think Ginger Brute might be the key. Ginger Brute Michiko's Reign? Could be it. They thirst in response to the engine. That's cool. See what they get. They had to get some kind of counter spell. No, it's on the table. Wow. Okay. They still have 2 mana open. This is going to look super weird to a lot of y'all. But I am not attacking with Ginger Brute this turn in case they have Fairy Miscreant. Unless they do something with their mana right now. Gonna Fading Hope? Yeah, they Fading Hope before we get the attacks trigger. Okay, that'll put them at 7 this turn. Unless they have another... They scry to the bottom. Come on, Magnamon. Go to 7. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. There we go. Okay, so there's 7. Dangerously low life total. If they play Haughty Djinn, this will be the turn they play it. Or Tolarian Terror, like, this is the turn. Yeah, here comes Terror. Do something with Surge Engine, maybe? Is that the play? I'm much less frightened of Tolarian Terror than I am Haughty Djinn. Alright, they don't have anything. It's still not quite time. Surge Engine can't be blocked, loses Defender. And then get in. You know, we could have put enough damage on board this turn, theoretically. Well, not and still had mana. We wouldn't have had the mana to do it all. I was going to say Agatha Soul Cauldron, exile something from a graveyard, put a +1/+1 counter on a thing, you know. 7 damage on board, but we wouldn't have had enough to do that, plus Surge Engine unblockable, plus Gingerbread unblockable, so kind of tough. They slip out the back the engine. That's just buying you time. They go to 5. They still have 4 mana left, but they're running really low on cards. So let's just expand our board state as much as we can. Make this Michiko's Reign we might play next turn even bigger. Let's see. So long as we have a relatively big board, we can just get in for damage that way, right? So, and Surge Protector and 1 flyer getting through wins the game next turn. So again, they're on borrowed time at the moment. They say go. That's a Seachrome Coast. Am I drawing cards this turn? We could also force him to counter something. We could force him to counter Zoetic Glyph right now. That'd be a way. That'd be a way to try this, right? They have like another Fading Hope, I would assume. I'm going to try this line, though. Yeah, they just can't wait anymore. They decided that they're a blue player, but they are not patient. They're not a patient blue player. The one thing you have to be a blue player, they are not. Maybe they did see that we were casting Zoetic Glyph and decided to say screw it. We had a few options. I still think that the right idea was to sit on this card until it was absolutely necessary. If we try to Michiko's Reign, right? We try to Michiko's Reign, targeting Surge Engine this turn, and they, like, bounce the Surge Engine back to our hand. That sucks. That sucks really hard. Whereas if they counter Zoetic Glyph, we still get to attack with Surge Engine, right? So, I don't know, man. I think we did the right thing there. All right, we go first here. Alex Straza. No 1-drop. First time we've gone first? First time we haven't had a 1-drop. I'm going to shift this hand. That's much better. Much, much better. And then we ship the most expensive card in our hand. Man, you really gotta fight with this deck, don't you? Been fighting all my life. I want damage. I'm gonna Gingerbread. Oh man, the first time anyone ever had that decision to make. Skrell over Gingerbread turn 1. Actually went with Gingerbread. We were up against... Every time we take mulligans, it's against mono red. That's neat. That's a neat thing to note. We didn't get a land, so we play tap land this turn, Skrell. Get in with Brute. You're gonna get a big creature this turn off Kamano. Swift Spear. There's a big guy. 2/3. Gonna make it bigger. Yeah, another Kumano. Jeez. Down to 3 cards, but so are we. I was gonna say only one of us took a mulligan. I don't know if that's true. Race. You gotta race him. You gotta race him. 1, 2, 3. This is +3. It's not good. Not good enough. Certainly. Sir Ginger. God. Yeah, I'm attacking the Skrell. Yep. Yeah, I think they got us on this one. This is an even better start than Mono Red had last time. Swift Sphere, double Kamano. Charming Scoundrel, nice. 2/2, you gonna make it a 3/3? Get in. Little jerk. No, they put the Wicked Roll on the Swift Sphere. 7 damage coming at us. It's pretty crazy. Oh, no blocks one more time. You don't have any open mana. You can't, like, Monstrous Rage or something. There's a land. That's great. Because now we can Novice Inspector. Michiko's. This is going to look so weird, but we target Skrelv in this situation. We get in for 9. We were at 8, right? Yeah. Yeah. Bang. So they go to 7. Can we survive a turn? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage on board. 2 shocks wins the game. But not 1 lightning strike. Well, actually, it could. It very well could. Well, no. No, not even that, actually. Opponent might be stuck on 2 lands here. They rope. The rope is out. This is a big turn. Biggest turn of the game. Scoundrel. Ugh, scoundrel. Not good. They make a treasure. Shock something? Play with fire something? No. Monstrous Rage. Monstrous Rage wins. Yep. 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 Oh no, they frenzy. Okay, so they use the mana to frenzy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We take 7 and go to 1 in this sitch? Oh, but we're still dead. If we draw Zoetic Glyph, maybe, but... No, we can win. We can win this game. We got another Michiko's. Sick. I mean, that's dead on board anyway, but let's just really illustrate our dominance with another Michiko's. And then get in for 13 or something. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 13 this turn. Woo! Just take a... Here's the... Apparently the secret against Mono Red is to take mulligans. Boy, that came down to the freaking wire, dude. I wonder if they had other plays in their hand. Like, I wonder how else they could have approached that. We're up against Akira. We go first. Let's go. Dude, this is a good opener. But my one issue with this is that we're up against Akira. You know, how do you beat that guy? I'm actually sure. Alright, we got a good curve running up here. Greedy Freebooter, nice! I like that card. I really like that card. We will get in. Surge Engine. Alright. Alright, good start, good start, good start. Can't go for the throat that. You can cut it down. I don't want you to, but you could. What I really want to do is double Novice Inspector and activate Surge Engine next turn, because that's the good curve I was talking about. Here's a tapped land. That's good. No thanks. We just let him in with the freebooter. If we draw another land, I guess we can stop doing that now. Let's see if they cut this down. They don't. They don't. Well, let's make it to where they can't cut it down. Let's not draw a land. Let's not draw a land. We didn't. Cool. Spyglass Siren on top? On top? Nah. Nah. Let's try to draw something a little better. We won't. We'll draw lands. You gotta try. I think Spyglass Siren's really good, but what I'd like to draw is like Michiko's and just put the game away. Yeah, on the play and 1 drops in hand. I think it's the first time with this deck tonight, which hopefully we can demonstrate that's a good way to start the game. Hopefully we can also demonstrate how good Surge Engine is, but we can't. They push it nice. Nice. They're playing push-pull, guys. Ooh, we gotta be careful. That is such a good card, dude. It's a really good card. I wish we'd have kept the Siren on top now. I really do. Just play out most of our hand here and get in. Just the Siren. Our opponent's having mana problems. I do not want to give him this treasure token. Blood Tithe Harvester. It's good. That's good. Land. That's not great. It isn't good. Eganjo. with a banjo. Let's put a counter on Sir Ginger by sacking this token. Let's draw a card. Take the scry first, and then we'll draw a card. It's a Zoetic Glyph? That changes everything. I was just going to kill the Harvester when it blocks, but no, let's just bang it in. Let's just slang that whole thing on in. Alright, they'll block the 5/4. I'm sure they'll trade, yep, with the Ginger. And go to 10. They get their treasure. We're in a pretty position, but hopefully that third mana didn't give them all the mana they need to do everything they ever wanted. But this is push-pull. They might still just be setting up, you know? Yeah, let's scoop it. They scoop it. We had an Iganjo to kill something that blocked one of our guys next turn, so pretty sexy. We'll take a rank up. Ain't none but gold, but we'll take it.